You and me have seen everything to see, from Bangkok to Calgary, and the soles of your shoes are all worn down. The time for sleep is now. It's nothing to cry about, 'cause we'll hold each other soon. In the black. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with Wendy Stibalis. Wen Lopez, how's it going, girl?
I'm doing great. How are you, Randy?
I'm doing well, just getting Dashy in the picture before we go here. So it has been a couple of weeks since we have last been on a stream together. And in those last couple of weeks, because we were on each other's streams before DesignerCon, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so in those last couple of weeks, we had the Disney drops, we had all of DesignerCon. Oh no, we were actually on each other's stream you were on my stream at DesignerCon as well. I forgot about that with OMI, Janie, and and Max. So that was fun. But since then, we have had a OMI utility program article, which we talked about on your stream a couple times. You got partnered with YouTube, so congratulations to that. Everyone comment nice and congrats down below for that.
Thank you.
And then we've had a couple of hints. I saw you posted on your story about David Yu and his salty nuts meme that you posted. So I posted this and this on Twitter because he had posted that on his Instagram. And Alex confirmed, or he had said, maybe he's trying to mislead us, but he had said that's probably nothing, and we just got David Yu. What are your thoughts on that?
But about if it's can you repeat the question? Because I think I didn't understand.
yeah, that's my fault. My bad. It is that David Yu has posted a couple of memes about the Grinch, and I'm thinking that we might have a Dr. Seuss connection in there. But Alex said that it might not mean anything. Just look at the text, and it says he's talking about, attacking bots. I just want to know your thoughts on that, what you might think is going on.
I think it's more about all the fear that is in the community against the bots, against the OMI price, that we don't have like news about MTL or IMX. So it's kind of hard to know if he's talking about a collectible, about a license, or anything. And so I think it's more about fighting against the food, the FUD. I don't know if that's
the FUD. Yeah, fight against the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I agree. That's definitely one thing that he's doing. It's really weird how we have people that post and talk every day, like Alex and Reese and Trevor and Noah go in there with Discord and random posts as well, and it's almost like even with all that, even with the amount of attention that they give us, sometimes there is still FUD, and all David has to do is come down from the heavens and post a meme, and then we're all fine. It's all good, because he did that yesterday too. He posted that the black bear and the white bear. Yeah, you shut up there. So a lot of people are thinking that's a Dragon Ball Z meme, but because Reese had in the OMI utility program the over 9,000 line, that's a line from Dragon Ball Z. Do you think they're both hinting about that, or do you think it's just, hey, Immutable X is going really well, and we have, which one do you think it is? The anime that we've secured, or the Immutable X is the way of telling us it's going good?
I think it's Immutable X. Also, I don't know if you remember that Immutable X actually retweet something from veve. I don't think it was from veve or Ecomi, and in the same day, David posted that. So I think they're just trying to calm the waters, because people is going crazy and they want everything like now. They don't have patience. I know we have been patient with them, but technology has to be careful, because you cannot make a mistake. Like, imagine that they mean wrongly all the NFTs.
Yeah, agreed. It's I don't want to say it's like life or death, but I think it's pretty similar to what like they have to do at SpaceX, where everything has to work with no bugs. because if something happens and they build this and then there's a bug, then it could be disastrous. So I've always been an advocate of them taking their time, because like, God forbid they mess up something on like the blockchain. God forbid they accidentally hit a button that deletes all the collectibles somehow. I don't think that would even happen, because they're still confirmed on the Go chain. So I think that would be fine. But yeah, I thought it's fun that they have a cool superpower. Like, you ever see the Selena movie back in the day? Like the Jennifer Lopez Selena movie?
Yeah.
Where like the crowd's going crazy and all she has to do is just sing, and then the crowd mellows.
Exactly. I think that's what happened. I think people overthink a lot. Sometimes it's just for the fun, but sometimes they go really deep on a stuff that is like, calm down. Immutable X is going well. Just calm down. It's technology. It will take time. So I think just he came from the heavens to relax everyone. Like, chill, guys.
Now, we haven't seen him in any crazy pictures. I don't think he has any tattoos. Do you think he has any? Do you think like if we saw him at the pool, he's like covered with like dragon tattoos, as like Shenron from Dragon Ball Z, and that type of stuff?
Well, now that you say that, how we are going to know? Like, it's impossible. But he doesn't seem the guy that has tattoos, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I would like to. You ever see Watchmen?
Yes, I have.
Dr. Manhattan, he just places like a circle, like an atom with the nuclei. I thought that'd be pretty cool if David has something like that. Just something that we wouldn't expect. We got to get him drunk, and we got to get him to go into like a pool with us and like a hot tub, so we could like check him out. Oh, any tattoos? I think that'd be fun. Are you, when I do the Orlando party, I think is when we have 30 cents, that 30-cent party. When OMI reaches that, I'll be paying for everybody's OMI tattoos if they want. Are you going to partake in that? Are you going to get an OMI tattoo as well?
To be honest, no, I don't think so. But I will cheer them, all of you, because that is great. It's not that I have anything against tattoos, but I want that if I don't have any tattoos, so if I get my first tattoo, I want that it's something related to two things: Harry Potter or my family.
Okay.
So those are the things. Harry Potter, I want, since I was a kid, I wanted the snitch with the symbol of HP.
Yeah.
Potter, and or also something related to Hermione Granger, because she has been my biggest role model since I was a kid. So maybe that is going to be or Harry Potter or something related with my family. So, I know I love the idea, but no, I don't think I would get the OMI tattoo. That's too wild.
So I know it'd be your first tattoo, but would you, like you said, it's a snitch, which is pretty small. It's a small circle with the HP on it. Or would you think like a whole back piece, like the Quidditch field, and the Quidditch field have a bunch of people on brooms, and then you have like the rings that people throw the balls in? Those could be the OMI rings. So you could mix it back and forth. Harry Potter, but the OMI rings on the Quidditch field. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. But even in that option, I prefer tattoos that are really minimalist or really tiny, because I don't know. I love seeing tattoos in other people. My brother has tattoos. I don't have any problem with that. But I prefer like the smallest one, the tiniest, because I like more that style.
Like something like on your wrist, or.
I was thinking the HP maybe in the back, or yes, for my family maybe something here, but I'm not so sure.
Okay, gotcha. I just figured I would see. Well, if you don't get the tattoos, then at least live stream the rest of us getting the tattoos down in Florida. That would be pretty cool.
I have ideas.
Okay.
While you are all getting tattoos, I can stream asking you questions, guys, so I can be part of it. How's that?
Yeah, that works. That's 100%. That's exactly what I was thinking. Just be in the tattoo shop. My friend Stacy is. I talked to her about it, and she's like, she's a little weirded out. She's like, "What is this OMI?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's just it's a little symbol." And I went really far into it, and she's like, "All right, I don't have to know anything. I could just do the tattoos, right?" Yeah, that's fine. So at that point, I'm hoping I think that it could be next year. I've mentioned that I think OMI, before the bear market, before the crypto winter, if we're not in a super cycle, if it happens, let's say at some point next year, I think we could reach about 30 cents at our high, but before that comes in, I would say I think that won't happen until like summer, but it could happen sooner. What are your price predictions now that things are finally coming to fruition, that things are finally coming to say like, hey, MTL is rolling out. We have those pictures of say, cash out or payout. We have that KYC stuff, the know your customer, and things are moving on with Immutable. Now that those things have happened, what's your price prediction?
Okay, I'm going to be a little bit controversial right now, but I'm not saying in the bad way.
Okay.
Until I see the Immutable X, I will make the prediction. Because right now, yes, we have the options, but it's not rolled out yet. I know that they are going to, but it's kind of hard. Because I guess you are asking me by the end of December, right? Or
my 30-cent price prediction was in like summer of next year. So yeah.
I have to see, because you know that I don't really like to do predictions, so I'm going to see the price of OMI right now to see how it's moving. I don't remember what price is today.
I think it's 0.0061. It was up to like 6.9 yesterday. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. And then it went back down to like 6.1 today. It just, it went up like 20 something percent in it was yeah.
So this OMI is a little bit hard to read sometimes. When we had this is my theory. When we had the Immutable X, at least I would say, it's so hard. I don't like to make this kind of predictions. Right? Okay. It's hard. I will say that if we have Immutable X before the summer, if we have the payout option.
Oh shit! Sorry, I gotta put someone in timeout. Somebody made a bad comment. Okay, all right. Sorry, you were saying?
Don't worry. What? Sorry, I wasn't checking. Okay, if we have Immutable X, if we have the cash out option, and if we have at least 3 other exchanges, I would say that we can hit the 3 cents before the end of the next year. Maybe between July and December. It's really hard to read OMI. For me, it's really hard to read OMI. With other crypto, for me it's easier. But I would say if we have that, we can hit that between July and December, I would say. But I might be wrong.
Okay, so obviously, yeah, we couldn't really do it for this year because if we get on exchanges at some point mid this year, then we could get like 2 to 3 cents by the end of the year. But if we don't get on exchanges, then we might not even break a penny by the end of this. So yeah, I understand not doing this year. But you said summer to December next year. That's when you think we'll be at a high?
Yeah, I think this is the thing because I think next year we're gonna go to the bear market, so that's going to affect a little bit on me. So that's what I try to be very careful with the predictions, because I know that eventually we're gonna get $1, unless that we have Pokemon. If we have Pokemon, maybe it's going to be sooner. If it's before summer, that way then the price way higher. And if we have, I hope when they release Pokemon, we have the exchanges, so the price can go up like faster. But if not, it's going to be a little bit hard because the people is so afraid right now, so they are not kind of investing, and we can see the price in OMI. Well, which is surprised me. So I thought that the price was going to hit way lower before go back, but maybe it helped having David Yu with his tweets, so maybe that helped a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What do you think?
Well, I hope you're right, and I hope that would be insane. I do like to be conservative with my goals, or with OMI's goals, or both of them. And if we go and are you talking about price, or are you talking about like Pokemon? Like what?
Price.
Price, I would say, yeah, depending on Pokemon. I'd say 30 cents is definitely doable, definitely within the realm of possibility. And I would not be surprised if we hit that before the bear market. But I would be, I still would be a little pleasantly surprised, not like completely shocked. But if we hit 50 cents, like people go in and there's like, oh, this is going up, get in before, and it just keeps climbing. Have that massive FOMO when people realize that we're partnered with Disney, and we're partnered with everything else. Now I understand what Zach's saying, that Disney moved the price a little bit and then we went down, but also we're not on any exchanges. We have 4 pairings, whereas something like,
maybe we have to clarify, because one thing is to hit one goal, and another thing is that the price stay there. So the prediction is about staying there or just hit that, because that's different things.
That's a good point. Okay, so 30 to 50 cents, something that we can maybe hit. I don't know. It depends on the bear market, though. It depends on the crypto winter, where even at 30 cents, and let's say all the other altcoins lose like 90% of their value, or going to lose like 60%, then we're still at like 13, 14 cents, in the bear market, which is just bananas. It's just insane if that happens. But again, if we get more exchanges and we get a lot more trading volume, and the trading volume goes from like 10 million a day to 150 million a day, then I think multiple cents is very, very easy to do. I don't know when the Viviverse is going to be released, or when it is. I don't know how much we're going to have as far as, there's accessories that we can get or land that we can get. I don't know when the second part of the utility article is going to come out, because they did that with the Master Collector program. They dropped one part, and then they dropped another part a couple weeks later. So I think before the end of the year, we'll probably get a OMI utility program part 2, and maybe that one will say, by the way, this is what you'll do for land. I think if we can do that, we can start burning a lot of OMI, and people see that. But yeah, I would say we could probably, we probably won't see single digit cents again, if that happens. And I know that sounds really crazy, like Chavez, we're not even at 1 penny, but again, when this blows up, and it will, again, we don't have any other countries right now, really. I mean, outside of English speaking. And shout out to you, by the way, who translated that OMI utility program article. For how long did that take to do that?
Well, it took me basically 3 days, but one of them I was kind of sick, so I was like slow.
Yeah.
So maybe it was 2 days, but from the morning to the afternoon, because try to check everything, just basically 2 full days.
Okay, so two days to do that, and that wasn't the first article you ever translated into Spanish, right? You've done that for quite a few of them.
No, I have translated for another things before. So it's not that I'm expert, but I have made some translations before, so that helped me a little bit. But also because I was a little bit sick, I was a little bit slow.
Yeah. So again, shout out to you for that. Everyone, thank Wendy for translating these articles into Spanish, so that literally like a whole other continent, like South America and parts of Europe with Spain and everything, can go and enjoy that. Speaking of which, when do you think we're gonna get more of those countries on board? I know, like in Brazil, the average daily income is like $10 a day, for minimum wage. And the cheapest NFTs that we have over here are what, like Mr. Fantastic at like $14 or something. When do you think these other countries that don't have a lot of money are going to get in? How big is that barrier to entry?
Okay, this is my personal opinion, and I don't know when. Dan said that they want to implement other languages in the app, but that is not going to be like kind of soon. I think they are very busy with IMX, with all what is happening. But I think when they hit the market, they will need a plan, because it's not the same to buy. Sorry for the background. My brother is talking in the phone, so
it's okay.
It's my brother. Yeah, but I think they need a plan because it's not the same to buy $100 when you earn in dollar, when you
Yeah.
earn the Mexican peso, which the average salary is 180 per month, the minimum one, kind of in
Yeah.
Mexico. So it's hard. I hope that before the next year they do, but this with EV is hard to tell because we don't know how they're moving, how what are their plans. But I know that the next um, community that they want to have is the Spanish speakers because in the States even it's only 20 is around 20 million people that speak Spanish just in the state. Not to mention
Oh,
Latin
wow.
America and Spain. So that's a big um, like target in the market. But I would expect that before the end of the next year, they have something in Spanish. But they really need a plan because, like I said, it's not the same to buy $100 when you earn in dollar than when you earn peso, Mexican peso, or
Yeah.
Colombian peso, or any of the Latin currencies. So
Yeah. Do you think?
like I would love to see my family having their NFTs. Oh my God. And I think that Latin countries are very big, how do you say, people that buy a lot online.
Yeah.
So they could understand easy the concept.
Yeah, I think it's easy to do. So technologically speaking, it's a lot easier to buy VV NFTs than anything else. And I think older Spanish ladies would like that, but they would buy those Day of the Dead stamps, Dias de los Muertos, or maybe they would like something from Coco, the Disney movie about Day of the Dead. That'd be pretty cool to have Coco with the Day of the Dead stamps in the background. That'd be pretty fun. But
The-
the 20 million people, is that people that only speak Spanish in the US, or is that people that just speak Spanish in general in the US?
Uh, I don't remember if which one, but it's 20 million people in the States that speak Spanish. So I don't know if because they were born there and they learned the language from their families, or because they arrived and they already spoke the Spanish.
Yeah, that is a large untapped market. And again, I know what you're saying, that the team is really preoccupied with a bunch of other stuff right now, but it's really cool that that's the next big barrier, Spanish. So hopefully that'd be the easiest, because I think Spanish is a little easier to learn than like Russian or German. So
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
I know.
Um,
For me, in my opinion, the four countries that Vivi needs to target first is Mexico, Brazil, Colombia, and Argentina.
for Spanish.
For because I think, well, I'm not saying that the rest no, right? But I mean, like the market could be like stronger and then move to the other Latin countries. But that is my opinion. So
So they have the stronger economies, like a higher GDP per capita.
yes, kind of that they have the strongest, but they're more friendly consumers. And but
Okay.
also I will say that I don't remember if it's Honduras that they accept Bitcoin as currency. So
Uh,
maybe that would
so
be
El Salvador, yeah.
El Salvador, yeah. So maybe that's another country. Maybe it's not that big, but they already understand the crypto, so maybe that will work.
Yeah, Gunther Heisenberg is saying that we need something like Axie Infinity to be able to go, because again, and I think that could be the Viviverse. Like, if even if you don't get money for it, if you go and you get points for it, and let's say I'm on vacation or I'm at the gym or I just computer breaks down or whatever, not that I have a computer, I would just go and pay someone, be like, hey, play this game so I can get more Master Collector Program points. Because as they say, you play for an hour, you get like 10 points in the Master Collector Program or something like that. I'd be paying multiple people to do that, renting it. I'd give them my characters for free. They could play the game for free. I'll call the call as long as they just get give me the points for it, and I'll pay them for it. That'd be a really fantastic idea. If that happens to come out, would you do that? Let's say, like for me or somebody say, like, hey, Wendy, if you're not doing anything at this time, I'll give you my one of my characters, one of my NFTs, my Superman, to play this game, and we'll split the points. Is that something you would do?
I don't like games, so I
Well,
wouldn't.
disregard. Throw my idea out the window.
But you just say points. I think I don't know who was it, but I believe if Vivi wants to target Latin America, they will need something that gives profit, like with Axie. That's the success of Axie Infinity in Philippines, because those are poor countries, and the Axie Infinity changed the life of a lot of people. So a lot of people start to play the game because they just playing that game helped them with their income. So I do believe that Latin America, if they see if you, I don't know, if you play with the NFTs, you will get, let's say, $10 per day for minting, or I don't know how they're going to develop it. That will bring way more people to the app and maybe helping to grow faster, especially in the VV verse. So I do believe that if VV start to plan something like that, that will be even greater. Or I was even thinking, the moment that VV has the option to cash out for Latin America, I think people can understand easier, because if right now go with a friend, you know what, let invest $100 in an NFT that maybe later on you can sell for, let's say, $500. People will understand and will go to buy the NFTs, the gems, to burn OMI, and because they know that they are going to receive something. Because right now, all my friends that I have told them about Vivi, they like, but they are like hesitant about, okay, but how I get my money? I understand the concept, but how it works? But the moment that is no, you just click here and you cash out, they will go into it, because it's different to invest $100 when you know that the return is going to be good than invest $100 when you don't know, especially in a Latin country again.
Yeah, no, agreed. Our son says thank you for what you do and everything. And I feel like I don't know what are the taxes like down in Mexico? I know crypto they don't really ask about, but for going into your account, like if you buy a comic for $7, you get a secret rare, you sell it for like $500-600, and let's say after the fees, which that's another thing, it's probably going to be a big fee. Like you have the 8.5 fee because of Marvel, and then withdrawing, I think it could be like another 10% fee. Is that correct?
Well, Mexico is a beautiful and weird place. Which
Okay.
means it's not clear. Yes, I report my taxes to the government, but there is nothing right now that actually force me to tax them. But I do still. I have my accountant, so I always do, because I don't want to get in trouble. But with the NFTs, how it's like, what is a gem for Mexico? It's that
Yeah.
so it's such a gray area that right now I'm like, I don't know. To be honest, I don't have idea. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to ask to my accountant how to do it, because I don't know.
Okay. So I mean but either way, I don't think people would really care about the fees if they're making hundreds of dollars, per month on this. Like you said, what's the average income? You said $180 a month.
What is that?
You said $180 a month for Mexico?
What, like the taxes, the amount of taxes?
No, what did you say before? Like the average income per month, or maybe that wasn't Mexico. That was like Brazil or something.
Mexico is around $180 per month, like the minimum.
You said 880?
180.
Oh wow, that is almost nothing.
It's nothing.
Wow, that's insane. So yeah, so people would people just not work if they're making, let's say, $200 or $300 a month with Vivi?
Yes, they could easily do way more. Even let's say that they just have comments, right? Especially with comments that go to 20, and they have 5. That is $100. That's basically more than the minimum income.
That's
better, because for example, me, that I have a master's degree, and it's supposed that I could have a better income. Yeah. First, it's hard as hell since July. You know that I haven't found anything, and I have applied to every job.
Yeah.
But even there, the salary is not for a professor. And now I can say, because I'm not working there anymore. But in the university that I was working, like the hour, it was like $7, even with or with a PhD. So yes, being a professor in Latin America is not well valued, I guess.
Um, so since you partnered with YouTube now, be advised the funds or the super chats and all the revenue that you got for November, you should get the last week of December. They usually delay it by like 3-ish weeks. But with that, are you going to take those funds and buy NFTs or buy more OMI? What is it going to be like as you're getting a little more income now?
Well, I said publicly that the first thing that I'm going to do, the 10%, even if it's $1 or $30, I'm going to send to charity, because either way, that is to give to a student that didn't have money or whatever that works, whatever that I found, 10% goes to charity always. And the rest, I think I have to pay my credit card. So probably
Okay.
go to pay that.
All right. Well, question: the credit cards, and you don't have to answer this, but what are the interest rates like on your credit cards? Are they like above like 20%?
Well, depend. I have between 10, and one of them is the highest. I think is 50%. So I try to
15?
50. Yeah, so it's a lot. So I try to never, even if I don't have any cash, I prefer to pay everything so I don't have interest in any of my credit cards.
That's robbery.
I know.
Oh my God. Yeah. Wait. So do you have money on that one that you?
Yes, I use them. What I have done is all my profits of my crypto, because I don't have a job.
Yeah.
Well, probably I will have one soon. All my profits from crypto go to pay the credit cards.
Gotcha.
So basically, between Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, yes, the three of them has paid my cards the last 3 months.
Okay. So but again, just doing the math right here. I don't know how much you have on there, but let's say it's $1,000 that you have on there, and it's 50% per year, right? Okay, so if you take, let's say you get an extra $1,000, a month from YouTube, and you go and you say, hey, you know what? I have this extra $1,000 now. I could pay this off completely and save myself $500, for the year, or you can get $1,000 worth of OMI, and maybe that will 8 to 10x in a couple of months, and then you just make the minimum payment on that card. Now, I know that's easy for me to say because I'm a little more privileged, I have a little more money, and I don't mind living like poop. Is that something you would consider, like just making the minimum payments on that credit card and buy more OMI, or is it just better for your mental health to just pay those cards off?
I try to combine a balance between both, which means I pay not the minimum, but the one that doesn't ask me to pay taxes. So I pay that one, and if I have extra, I put in OMI or in another crypto. Because for me, it's hard. I hate with all my heart having debts in my cards. So for my mental peace, I prefer to pay everything. But right now, what I'm doing is just paying the amount that doesn't require me. If I pay that amount, I don't have to pay taxes. Interest. So
okay.
that's what I do. So I try to avoid the most that I can, avoid the interest of the card.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially if it's 50%, you don't want to pay the interest. So a couple of people were saying that in the we were talking before about land in the VeVeverse and buying it with OMI. Have you checked out Earth 2 yet?
What?
Have you checked out Earth 2 yet?
No, I haven't. I just have heard because of you, but I haven't.
Okay. So Earth 2, they came out with an update today, which we were not sure of, but it's on their test site that says, hey, every piece of property that had been bought up until today, is considered tier 1. And everything after bought today is going to be tier 2. Now that is just on their test site, so it won't be official for a day or so. I just saw a super chat, or I just saw the chat about it. Do you think that could potentially happen in the VeVeverse, that they say, hey, all of these pieces of land in all of 2022 or 2023, whatever, those will be able to give you something as far as bonuses for your NFTs for games. And then after that, the land won't give those bonuses. They'll still be regular land though. Do you think that could happen, or will they just do one piece of land forever and nothing will change?
I think veve has listened up to the community, so that means that if that's what the community
I'm sleeping right now. Yep.
What?
Look, sorry about that. My landlord came to collect the rent, so I was like, oh, I forgot to pay him this morning.
Don't worry.
But okay, you were saying?
Yeah, I think if that's what the community asks, and they start to moving to Mexico, well, up to you. Yeah, Mexico is beautiful, but we have our issues. But I was saying, okay, so if the community really wants that, I think veve is going to go for it. But what I have heard, no.
Oh, okay, so they'll just be the buying land that they come out with. It'll just be like that forever. Obviously, a finite amount of it, but they're not going to make any one piece of land.
You say like a special bonus or something if you buy the land in the beginning. That's what you mean?
Yeah, like if you buy land within the first year, maybe that will give you a bonus on your NFTs, like +1 speed if you're doing game, or if we have a warring world, or plus, they'll give them, +1 stealth if they're doing stealth missions or something like that. And then any land bought after that doesn't give you a buff. It's just normal.
Oh, that's very interesting. Now that you're saying maybe integrate with the Master Collector program, maybe if you have land that you buy first, that they can give you maybe extra accessories or maybe a better location or to pin your land so people can find you better.
Yeah.
But so far, what we know is that with the Master Collector program, they don't actually reward the first season. It's more about how you hold the collectibles.
Yeah.
So, oh, congratulations. Hey, Jennifer. I know her.
Yeah, she's great.
Name, I think I know her, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, we see her on here all the time. By the way, do you have any secret rares?
I do have secret rare. I have comics or collectibles?
Both.
Okay, comics, I only have the secret rare Fantasy Four. Shout out to Sean from Comics and Crypto because he advised me, so I have that one because of him. And also, but in the collectibles, I have secret rare Lucky. I have the Golden Girl. I think those two, no more.
Yeah, I got the secret rare Loki as well. That's it's so I got it at 1,600. It's down like $900 now. There's so few mints. It's so cheap. I want to buy another one. I got the secret rare Storm for 1,900, and she was like 875 this morning. I was like, oh, my heart.
What?
Yeah, she's super cheap. So I wanted to get another one, but I just like I can't. I want to save. Just on the off chance that they announce Pokemon, just in case that they do.
Oh my god!
I wanted to save, but man, I'm waiting for something.
I don't know. Hi, my homies. I think that I don't know if Jenny is there. Right there, I see her comment. I don't read well, but I see Jenny. But my homies. Shout out to my homies.
Yeah, this is hi fam. I miss them. We got to do our chat part 2 on the next thing. I haven't gotten the ticket yet for Level Up Expo. Did you get one yet?
For what?
Level Up Expo, the place where we'll go in February.
Maybe I will go. Probably if the veve family go, I want to go to. How do you say to stream like I did? I would like to do like the. How do you say the person that covers the event?
Yeah.
The reporter? How do you call that?
Yeah, do it. Go and report on it. Yeah, a journalist, I guess.
Yeah, the journalist of the veve family. Yeah. Or also in the NFT space, because I'm not close to anything.
So speaking of the NFT space at large, we were in a chat before where people were really hyping up the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones on Wax on Atomic Hub. Do you have any other NFTs that are not on veve? Which ones are they?
I have in Solana. I have in OpenSea. I have Top Shot. I think I have Terra Virtua. And yes, those are all. Yes, for now, because I think it's NFT space. Of course, my favorite project so far is veve, but it's not the only NFT project. But I'm not saying that the rest are bad or anything. Just I'm saying that I have more.
Yeah. Has any of the NFTs from any of the other projects you mentioned, have they gone up close to what OMI has gone up, or the veve has gone up? Those NFTs, have they gone higher or not as much?
I think sometimes it's not about what is higher or less. It's more about what is different. And yes, all of them are different. It's not the same. It's not. It will be a false analogy, which Gary did, to compare each other. And yes, just they are different. Of course, veve has a lot of advantage.
So are you royalty?
That means that
like a king or queen or prince or princess.
I will be like a Muisca warrior, like an Amazona.
Oh, like Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Hey, buddy. I know him. He is from.
Oh yeah, it seems great. Actually, I don't know if I know him. I think he just clicked on here because I was interviewing you.
No,
so that's
he has seen you. He's on Facebook. He's very active there.
Oh, okay. Add me. I'm Randy Chavez. So you have mentioned, and if you don't want to talk about this, you can tell me to heck off and I'll move on. Christian, Catholic, or
well, depends what you define as Christian, but yes, I am Christian existentialist, which means that I believe in Jesus, I believe in all of that, but I'm very respectful of other beliefs, and I'm not close, I'm not religious, so I believe in serve and love other people. That's what I believe.
What is Mexico? Are they like 90% one thing or like 60% something else?
Mexicans are very Catholics.
Okay.
But I don't have any problem. If I'm too honest, I go more into the agnostic side, but I was in church too many years, so it's kind of hard to live that. So, but yeah.
Yeah. So Critical Chris asked me, does my landlord know if I'm OMI loaded? He might go up. Does anyone down there know that you have OMI or that you have crypto? Or like, do you have friends down there also? Or is it mostly just online in the community?
In Mexico?
Yeah.
Well, no one pay attention to me about OMI and about NFTs until I show them, well, when I told you, you have to buy this one and you didn't pay attention to me, now it costs this. And they're like, what? I'm sorry. They're like, what? But my family knows about veve a lot because, of course, that's all what I talk about, NFTs and veve. But in Colombia, it's just my family knows, my friends don't pay attention to me. So I have told them. You have seen Instagram. I'm all the time sharing content about that.
So after you told them like, oh, hey, buy Supergirl, it's 200 gems, and then it shoots up to 900, and then like, oh, I missed that. Do they now take you a little more seriously, like, or not yet? You have to be right a couple times before they do.
They're afraid because it's hard to buy the gems in the app, and they don't want to lose again because 100, even 200 gems is a lot of money in Mexico. So it's like, instead of paying my bills and buying a Supergirl, so it's like, well, people would prefer to pay bills, because 200 is a lot. So maybe it's a little bit hard. But I have convinced some friends in the States. For example, one of my friends, he just bought like $5,000 on NFTs for Disney because I told him, you have to buy this, this, and this. And he paid attention to me. Now he has profit, and he, of course, loved me because I was right.
Nice.
What is saying, Kyle?
He says that I have I'm a crypto millionaire, but I'm paying my rent with money in an envelope like a savage. Or are you looking at the highlighted comment, or are you looking down below?
I'm trying to erase both because I can't see really from far. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, I haven't gone down that far yet. Don't do it, Randy. Save your gems.
No, Mark, why are you saying that? But and actually, Storm is way badass, more badass than Captain America, by the way.
Wait, what is more badass than Captain America?
Storm instead
Oh
of
yeah. Well, she controls the weather, so yeah. Although, I mean,
but
I'm pretty sure he could block it with a shield, lightning bolt.
yeah, but I mean also the animation in the app, the NFT is.
Oh yeah.
I like more. But yeah, of course, Captain America is Captain, and I love Captain America. So
That's a good point. Take it from a fellow gem spending addict. So Mark, yeah, he says don't do it. What's your next big purchase that you're gonna make when you get a little more money?
when I have more money, I think I want to start to buy again the season one. I had to sell some of them before, so I lost my adventure times and my memory coins, and I miss my memory coins. So I think I go out those.
So when you have you ever watched any anime? Is anime big down there in Mexico?
Yeah, there are many otakus right here. I have watched some animes, but I'm not very fan of them.
Okay, so you're not a big thing. Like you don't you're not like buying for like Sailor Moon or Attack on Titan.
Sailor Moon, yes, of course. I grew up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we are talking about the classics. Yes, I love Sailor Moon, Ranma en Medio, Dragon Ball. What else? Yes, all of them. I love them.
Paid the rent and the landlord turned on the heat. We're good. Oh, but okay, cool. So you would be excited for Sailor Moon. And there's so many different characters in that, though. I don't know which ones we would get for that. I would hoping Sailor Moon, Sailor Mars, like Jupiter, and then Venus. Maybe like the cat Luna. The cat is one of my favorites. Like,
yeah, the cat is so beautiful. I love the cat. I really love the cat, but I like this like the strongest one. So probably. I don't really like Loon. What is the name of the main character? Sailor Moon. What's her name?
Usagi.
Well, the main character, the girl that we do the two ponytails. I don't remember her
name.
Yeah,
that's Usagi. That's her. Yeah.
I don't really like her. I like more like Sailor Mars because
yeah, Sailor Mars is awesome. I love the motivational things they gave at the end of each episode. Like. Yeah, those like the little lessons that they give you. It's like, oh man, those are cool. Those are great.
Why Kyle says that?
Because you dropped an F-bomb before. He's like, oh, my virgin ears. When Wendy tells you to buy something, you buy it. Have you
no financial advice, guys, please.
Would you ever do something like what Cavell Anderson's doing? Is like, hey guys, like I've studied the market and I know it's gonna go up, know it's gonna go down. Pay me like $10 a month to be in this Telegram group to get all the tips. Would you ever do something like that?
No, I think because first I'm not that expert. I think unless that you have proof for this is my personal opinion. I'm not saying if someone did do that is wrong. That's Wendy Stibalis. Okay, so first I'm not criticizing no one. Okay, Wendy Stibalis says that unless that I have 10 years of proving that I have invested, that I have been successful in my investments, I will not advise people on something, and especially if I haven't studied, because my background tell me unless that's what I went to school. Yeah. That's what I got my master's, so I have my degrees that prove that at least I studied, and I have proven that I can teach. But that's my personal opinion. I wouldn't do that. I'm not saying that if someone does that, it's wrong. That's Wendy Stibalis Lopez. I don't know my next name. Yeah, but no, I wouldn't.
Okay, so since you are starting to get a little busier right now with obviously when I first had you on my channel, you had just gotten to the 1,000 subscriber mark, and you're at what, 1,200 now?
I don't have that much right now. I have like 1,200.
Yeah, so 1,200. So you increased it by 20% since then. With you put so much time into like the Discord, Women of veve, just on Twitter, translating articles. Would you open up a Patreon, saying like, hey guys, this is just if you want to support the channel, but I would become a Patreon member if you did that.
Thank you, Randy. Yes, I opened it, but I have been so busy that I haven't had the time, but I will. Maybe I'm going to start to work in something else. So that might take a little bit of time, but I will need to support more about the content of like maybe for equipment, because right now I only have my camera and my lights and my lamp. That's it. But yeah, so I maybe for investing more, especially to cover like I want to get ready when, for example, in February to go those trips. I want to pay those, So maybe I will open but to be honest, okay, now that we are here, I'm a little bit afraid because I don't want the people misinterpreted that if I open a Patreon, they misinterpreted my actions. So that's what I'm a little bit. It's not the same, Randy, to be a woman in a space dominated by men, so they don't misinterpret the action that you do. So it's hard,
So it is hard for me to understand that because I am a man and I guess a little bit of privilege there. But I started my Patreon over a year ago. And it was before I was in Earth 2, before I was in veve and OMI. It was just like, hey guys, everyone else is doing it. If you want to support the channel and you like my content, because I think everyone does give a unique perspective to this, and I'm not saying that everyone has to be a part of everything, but I think every now and then some people, they say like, hey, why did you buy this art? This doesn't look as good as this art over here. It's like, well, this is from like a friend and I wanted art from, I think some people just like to support their favorite artists.
Yeah. Look what just Brendan said. And I know that I don't think because he's
what Brendan say?
OnlyFans Patreon is like, I'm not going to do that on OnlyFans. Of course, I will never. So people can misinterpret that I open a Patreon. I don't want that people confuse that, because that's not cool. Girls can also have business. Girls can also have supporters, And I know that Brendan is cool, but it's hard because as women, we have to fight against all the machismo. I don't know if the word is machismo in English, in the world, that they don't value us for what we have in the brain. They only see us for what we have. And it's sometimes hard to us. So yeah, that's what I have been very hesitant about opening. Maybe I will, but I will have to be careful because I don't want people misinterpreting my actions.
I definitely understand that. You work so hard, for your talent and your content. You don't want people saying like, oh, it's all about like money, like whatever. But that being said, my friend Julie, that has an OnlyFans, not for sexual content, she is like covered up with insane outfits, but she reads articles of the Constitution in each OnlyFans video that she does. So it's kind of like a troll of like, hey, pay for my OnlyFans and get these exclusive videos, and then it's just her reading passages from the Constitution. So I just thought that was pretty funny. So it doesn't have to be something like that. I think
I wouldn't do that because that would look for me.
But yeah, no, I was just saying I wasn't expecting anything like that. People have asked me to do an OnlyFans, like an OnlyFans but for OMI. I was like, yeah, I don't know what you guys would want. Like, I'm not in any shape right now.
Well, you might have your own fans, Randy. If that's up to you, that's different.
So what I was thinking about.
That is funny because if you do that, people will take it in the fan side, But if you are a woman, you will be objectified for your actions. And we have so many intelligent women in the community, and I know that most of them don't go live because they are afraid about the harassment. One of them, they don't want to do it because she has been harassed for guys, and so that's horrible. Like, why we don't have the freedom to just even say something? Because even being with the guys, I know that the guys are amazing. That all the guys that I invited to my stream, they're awesome people. But it's even intimidating because you feel like, can I say something? Because it's hard. It's really hard to fight against that.
Yeah. No, I get it. If I were to do something like that, like an OnlyFans, I don't think it would be anything really adulterated. I think it'd be more of like a Jackass type stuff. Like, hey, watch me ride on a skateboard. Like being pulled. Stuff like just stunts. I just think that'd be pretty fun.
Don't hurt yourself, Randy.
You had a worse reaction to that, me doing stunts, than I did from the actual OnlyFans. So yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So you're not too big of a fan of anime. I know you like Sailor Moon. Not too big of a fan of games. What about comic books? Are you?
No, I'm okay. I know. This is the funniest thing like in my whole life because I always know in the community that I'm always know about a lot of things. But right now, I'm just a newbie learning about comics, about the collectibles, about the pop culture. Well, pop culture kind of no, but I'm more into books, into authors, more into art. That's a part that I don't try to talk too much. But I'm more into poetry. I love poetry. I love to read. Well, I used to read more philosophy. I'm more into that, like classics, authors, and all that stuff, research, science. I'm more into that. So in my house, the comic expert is my brother, not me. So before to know Sean, I always went with my brother. This is a good comic or not? This is good. And he's yes, buy this one, don't buy this one. This is me. This is good. And he was right.
I love that about some people that just have this vast knowledge that takes years and years to get, and we just have them like at our fingertips. I feel like Sleeping Comics, Comics and Crypt, just there's so many great YouTubers out there that just have that. Again, not financial advice, but will probably make you a lot of money. It's really cool that we have that, and they're doing it for free, putting out content for free. What do you think, based on living down there in Mexico, would be really, really big for them as far as anime? Do they like My Hero Academia or Attack on Titan?
Dragon Ball, Caballeros del Zodiaco, perhaps Ranma y Medio, like I don't know, Ranma y Medio, I don't know, Ranma and a half, I don't know the name, Ranma y Medio, the guy that changed into women with water. I don't know if you have heard that anime.
Oh, that sounds really interesting, though.
That was one of the classes that I grew up with. Hold on. Oh my God. Ranma y Medio. Hold on. This one.
So I'm just while you're looking up that, I'm gonna answer Shadow NFT. Yeah, no, Alex and oh no, I'm not. I don't know what it is, but I guess
you have to watch the anime.
Is it on Netflix?
I know something that you don't know about anime. You have to watch Ranma y Medio.
Okay, well, send me the screenshot, and I'll see if it's got to be on like Crunchyroll or what's that? Funimation. I have Funimation, so I'll go watch that. But yeah, Andre Jick's video is not an official Akomi announcement or anything. That's just going to be a video that he's doing on Akomi, right? Like you haven't heard it.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay. Preach. So much time researching, learning for interviews, sharing the community. Don't discount yourself. Having a Patreon is the community. Again, that's what Mark's saying. Supporting your craft, that type of deal.
I appreciate you, Mark. You're awesome.
Yeah. And even Big Legend saying that the reason he's most is who's some of your favorite YouTubers to watch? Like who's someone that you just like? I can listen to you for hours. Like I love Taps. I love Dan Lee's intros. Like who are some of your like people that's like, hey, this person's great?
Besides Randy, Tap Straight's, I really like Tap Straight's content because he's so well thought.
Yeah.
He's smart. And he's very humble because we met him at Deacon. I like Johnny Dune. I like The Girl. I would like to see more about Orange content because I love when she made the Franco Sick video. That was pretty awesome. And she is so unique. So I like how she acts. How do you say when you present into the camera? Like how she presents.
Presents herself. Yeah.
I like that.
Mean, I like Star Wilson and Star Helix and Kyle Wilson. They are pretty cool.
Kyle Wilson. I love Kyle Wilson. What else? Okay, of course, Comics and Crypto, Sleeping Comics. Yes. Dashi and Randy.
So the OMI fans should be me singing to Dashi for hours and hours.
That would be great, huh?
Do you have moderators on your channel to help with the comments? Because I've been getting a decent amount of them lately.
Whoa, I didn't know that was an option.
Oh yeah, I people have told me about it for a while. Normally, I've been pretty good with it, but as you get bigger and bigger, it's just hard to keep up with all the comments. So yeah,
Interesting.
oh, that's cool. So, what are some of your firsts that happened with this market? Was veve your first NFT? I know it wasn't your first crypto. You had a bunch, but veve was your first NFT.
Yeah, veve. It was. I actually posted a little bit ago. It was Finn and Princess Bubblegum. I was so happy. It was, Mom, look, this is my first NFT.
Oh, he was one of mine too. I like that one.
Yeah, I love it. And I think this was the first picture that I took with my NFT.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, Mom, look. Like, okay.
So you were talking before about books. Now, obviously, you have Harry Potter that you love, and what were some of your other inspirations? I know it's Hermione Granger. What other things growing up did you like? Did you really get like, wow, this person's really great?
Which one? Of what?
Like, what were some of your other heroes growing up? Like, wow, this character is really amazing. I want to be just like them.
Of correct. Well, it has to be a superhero because besides Hermione, she was not like a hero, but she was a witch, and I love her strength, her smart, and how awesome she was. I would say Superwoman, Supergirl.
Yeah.
All the Sheena, the warrior princess.
Oh, I love Xena. Yeah.
Okay, I love all the strong female characters because when I grew up, well, it was different to grow. So every superhero was a male, but when I saw a girl that was smart, I just love that. Love
Did you
that.
ever watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yes, I have seen her. Yeah.
Yes. I love that show. I gotta try to rewatch it. That was such a good show. That's
Yeah.
That's something I would like.
Yes.
What was one of your favorite books?
My favorite books depend what genre, but my favorite one is in Spanish. It's called Rayuela by Julio Cortázar. I like more Latin authors than English. So in that sense, all my favorite books are, besides Harry Potter,
Yeah.
Rayuela by Julio Cortázar is my favorite one.
So I don't know about you, but for me, with Dan selling some of his OMI, he didn't sell like all of it. He just sold like a quarter of it. It was a fraction of his OMI. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. Just because I'm a OMI like maximalist, I would have like, hey Dan, maybe sell some other stuff and not OMI, but obviously, it's his decision. Out of all of the crypto that you have, if you needed to, what would you sell first? And what, let's say out of the 5 or 6 crypto that you have, would OMI be the last one that you would sell, or would it be like the third? Well, what order would you go in?
No, I wouldn't sell OMI. I think at first I don't have that much OMI like I would like to, but I don't judge Dan at all. I understand. I always do that. Like with Bitcoin, if I get a decent profit, I just take it. So what, I'm going to be accused of bad just because I took profit? This is a business. This is an investment. You have to take profit when you have to, and we don't know the needs of Daniel. So I think we have to remember that it's not a religion or a cult where you sell, you will be sacrificed and people will hate you. What about if one day I make a mistake? So everyone is going to forget all what I did. And I do understand the concerns, but he's a human. Even if he made a mistake, why we have to be rude at him? Like, why to judge him? But yeah, I will sell first Ethereum, Bitcoin, Atom. Yes, those 3.
Okay.
Yes, she was.
So,
I think she was the first badass, super badass that I was like, yes, go ahead, go to kick some butts.
yeah, it was great. I love that. And there was a spin-off that they had for that show, Hercules. Did you ever watch that?
Which one?
It was the 2 dudes that like came on in the show. One dude had like really long hair. He looked like Brendan Fraser, but like discount Brendan Fraser from The Mummy. And there was a spin-off called Hercules from that. Did you ever watch that?
What is the name?
I think it was Hercules, unless it wasn't.
I don't remember.
Okay, disregard about that. So, what is next for you in your great life adventure? Are you gonna start streaming on Twitch? Are you just gonna double down on YouTube?
Uh, I actually opened my account in Twitch, but I don't understand Twitch. So I think I was studying how to be more good for the veve family and the NFT community, and I just read that it's better to focus in one thing and to grow.
Yeah.
Once that you have said something good, well, you can just move. But what I do like to do is going to Instagram and stream more like a one-on-one with the people, like more fun, because streaming, maybe people think that it's just we are here, but it takes time, it takes energy. Well, I try to study all my guests before interview with them. So yes, it's a little bit tired a little bit, but with Instagram, so I try to do Instagram live streams and on YouTube, so a combination of both. But I can say no if I see that going to Twitch is going to grow the NFT community or VV or another project or whatever it comes. I'm open to that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would be. I've been told to make it when I go and I get a computer. I will definitely get a Twitch and I will start streaming on there all the time. I have not a theory. I have a worry that I already am on YouTube and answering comments and Twitter and everything else most of my waking hours. I have a worry that when the VVverse comes out, and it probably won't be as big of an issue for you because you don't really like games, that I will spend even more of my waking hours and even sacrificing sleep to play games and to stream it. What are some of your worries in the future?
My worries about the future. I think that we lost a little bit of humanity in the sense that we are going to forget a little bit about real life and going to show another universe where there are no limits, like even in physics. We could have transportation, all the physics rules will be broken in the metaverses. So maybe it's going to consume us. Like right now with the veve family, we are all day basically doing either way tweeting or Facebook or Discord or whatever. This is like a preview of what is going to be the vveverse. So my concern is like we forgot our humanity in the sense of out there is also life. Out there is also like people that need help. We have the nature to take care of it, and it's a little bit more deeper. Like, what is the limit between being so immersive in the metaverse and living your life outside of the screen, basically, or of the
Yeah. I definitely understand that sentiment because when I was in the supermarket before, and I knew exactly what I needed to go get, so I had my head down. I was just on a couple different Twitter chats, I was on Telegram chat. I was just really hoping that nobody would know me, because sometimes you see the same people every day, or sometimes you get someone that knows you. And I was hoping that nobody would say like Randy, because I was so busy, and I had the thought of like, hey, wouldn't it be easier if I could just add them to one of the group chats? And that did make me kind of sad because it's you people that, and I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. Some people that have maybe didn't have a lot of friends growing up because there wasn't too many people like them in their town. They had a small town, or they're just awkward person to person. Suddenly they can be really social. But now that you have this world where you can meet up with hundreds of thousands of other people like you don't really need to function in the real world. You could work from home. You don't need to go and try to go out on a date, because you can meet somebody online and you could have Skype dates. I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's really interesting to see where the humanity in the world is going.
I think what is going to happen. No, in 10 years, no, in 20 years, maybe way later on, people will remember that we are part of like like nature, and that we go to the basics a little bit when we are exhausted about all the technology, about all of this. Maybe we'll go back to the basics, but that will take a lot of years because we are right now very hyped about this. Yes, I agree with you, Jennifer. This is like the Matrix, and we are already there. Someone says something like that's already happening. Yes, I know that it's already happening, but it's going to be even.
Yeah, but
I think I believe this because there is one author that I don't know how to translate that, but Sigmund Bauman, and he says about liquid society, liquid love. I don't know if the translation is correct, but he basically said that everything is liquid. It's not tangible, like how do you say when you touch it, like tangible?
yeah.
Yeah. So
Malleable, tangible, yeah.
There is no deep into all of this. He says so. Yeah, so but I see from my background that is very philosophical. I don't know how to say, like from the philosophy point of view. But still, I'm not against it because I am here. I believe in technology. I believe all of it, but I want to have a balance between this and my real life.
I am not good at that at all. I have zero, I love being in the middle of nature, and I love not being surrounded. Again, I can only do it for so long, because when I'm away from technology, I feel like I'm missing stuff. I feel like other people are gaining a lot more advantage because they're covering things, because news happens every day in this, with veve, OMI, just crypto and NFTs in general. And I feel like I'm falling behind if I don't cover it. So I feel like I'm like robbing myself of really good times out like in nature, like non-fungible wonderful. It's like, we out here in nature. He goes on and he's out in nature all the time, and I envy that, because I feel like I don't have it. Now, granted, I feel like this is only certain parts of the world, because I think half the world still doesn't have internet or something like that. So I do like going into small towns where the internet is bad, and because it's like a time warp. It's like going back, 20, 30 years ago, back in the 90s, when there really wasn't internet. Do you guys experience that down in Mexico? Like, are there ever power outages, or it's like, well, all right, back to reality for for like 10 hours or a few days?
In that sense, Mexico, it's fine. We are not in the jungle basically, but we have all the commodities, I will say. But what I like, for example, in Colombia is kind of the same. We are not in the jungle. Well, depending where you are, right? But I want to go to Colombia in December to visit my family, because my family has a small house in the middle of the fields, and there is no internet. Even I think my grandma has like an old stove with wood. So I want to go and disconnect and just being with nature, because I love this. I love the people. I love connecting with people that is so far from me, because one of the things that I adore with all my heart is talking to people from everywhere. Because for me, it's very interesting to learn from others like you. Like, it will never happen if we didn't have this. But I do think that I need to go at least 1 or 2 days with no internet. I will be worried about the drops and stuff. But I need to just disconnect and go back a little bit to me and go back then to fight again.
Yeah, no, how often do you take those days? How often do you do that? Do you go out into nature, and you just disconnect from everyone?
I think basically when I go to Colombia, and so last time that I was in Colombia was like year. I spent 7 months there because of COVID. So I arrived.
Oh,
Funny,
wow.
because I was going to get married, and I arrived to Colombia, and they closed the airport 1 week,
Oh,
and I couldn't leave the country for 7 months.
what was that like?
What?
What was that like, being stuck there for 7 months?
Well, in that moment, I felt devastated. Like, it was horrible because I was going through a bad experience, what that I told you before.
Yeah.
I was recovering, and it was hard. But at the same time, it helped me. So I saved my life of getting married with someone that was not correct for me.
Yeah.
But it was a moment to just accept the fact that I was not going to leave the country, that I had to spend time with my family. So it was, at the end of the day, pretty good, because I was with my grandpa, with my grandma, with my daddy, with my aunts and uncles and my cousins. So it was pretty awesome. Yes,
Okay.
it was good. But it was hard because it was like feeling stuck. And it's weird because I love Colombia, but I feel home Mexico. But it is,
Okay.
I don't know how to explain that, but that's how my brain works with Colombia and Mexico. Yeah.
So we haven't had or I guess we haven't brought up yet, when you had to go, when you were about to go to the US, you had to leave at a certain date because the vaccine down in Mexico wasn't accepted in the US, or what? How did you have to get anything while you were here, while you were in the US, to go back to Mexico, or that was fine? It was only a one-way thing.
Oh, so you mean to go back to Mexico or to go to the States?
To go back to I know you had to go by a certain date because the vaccine that you had wasn't there. Did you have to do something else, like to get into Disney World?
To go back to Mexico?
To get into Disney World, I know you had to do something like that morning.
Because I actually, when I went earlier to Deacon, I took my vaccine there. So, like now I have my vaccine, and it was one shot because it was Johnson and Johnson. So.
Oh, did you get any side effects from that?
What is it?
Any side effects, like you were tired or sore for a couple of?
No, nothing. Like my friend, the second dose is one day before.
Yeah.
And he was bad. But I think this is my theory. I'm not saying that it's true. But
Okay.
I already had COVID in January, and I already had the other vaccine.
Yeah.
So even with the other vaccine, I didn't feel anything more than the pain of the shot.
Yeah.
And this was the same. So basically, I have already the immunity to the COVID. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really affect me. So I didn't feel nothing, like literal nothing.
Yeah, I had it in January too, and I still have the antibodies. It's crazy. They last for like a long time. Nuts.
Right.
But how do you feel about eventually having vaccine passports? Like, you need to have certain vaccines to leave the country, to go to like Europe or go to the US or Canada, something like that. What are your thoughts on that?
That's a controversial topic. I think it could be a little bit unfair with people in the countries that doesn't have too many vaccines.
Yeah.
So, for example, with me, I had to travel before to the state before the new rule started, because the country gave me a vaccine that I didn't ask for. They just gave it to me. It's not my fault. It's the government fault. What I'm going to do, I'm going to tell AMLO, no, dude, give me this shot. No, of course not. I had to take what they gave me,
Yeah.
But I do believe that people need to get the vaccine. I just don't want that is discrimination against people. That's my only concern about.
Yeah. I wonder how that would work if citizens want to go to the US and they can't because the vaccine that they're giving out in Mexico isn't the ones that's accepted. I feel like that would be really devastating for tourism money. Like, a bunch of countries just won't have.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous.
Because it's easy to say, okay, you have to put this shot, but what about if my country doesn't have shots enough? What am I going to do? Well, it means that I don't have freedom to travel. I don't have freedom to do whatever I want to. So,
Yeah.
like Brendan said, that's against the human rights. So, yes, it's a double
Yeah.
sword.
Yeah. It's a way to lock people down and insert them to a digital matrix. So it's a way to. I mean, technology is growing at a crazy rate that we've never seen before, and I think a good amount of it is good. It is very positive. What's some of the best things that you've seen technology help down in Colombia and Mexico? Like, what's been the biggest improvement for people's everyday lives down there because of this?
I think vaccines against the polio. I think it. Hold on, Manuel Elkin Patarroyo, ¿cuál es? Hold on, I'm asking my brother.
Yeah.
Manuel Elkin Patarroyo, ¿cuál fue esa? La vacuna de Manuel Elkin Patarroyo, no me acuerdo cuál es el nombre. Well, there is a vaccine from Manuel Elkin Patarroyo that it was a scientist that helped a lot. But besides that, I think they help for diabetes or some treatments against cancer. Well, that's more like science than technology, but still, it's part of it. In technology,
So,
we don't have like that much development, like the basics, like the internet and
yeah.
like the basics,
What was the what year did you guys get the polio vaccine down in Colombia and Mexico?
What is that?
What year did you guys get the polio vaccine down there? Was it delayed like 20 years, like from because
No
we had
idea.
it in the US like really, really early.
I don't have idea. I just know
Oh,
that
okay.
I have that.
Yeah. So Jay's asking me if I trained today. Yes, I did some boxing workouts. What do you do to stay like physically healthy? Do you run? Do you just like push-ups and sit-ups? You just
Well,
lucky and you just don't have to do anything?
no, Randy, I was pretty fat in May, like pretty fat.
Really?
So, but I did CrossFit. I
Oh,
did CrossFit, and CrossFit helped me to whoop. But I haven't done exercise since July. That's a lot of time, I know. But to be honest, okay, I'm not blaming BB community, but to be honest, being moderator, trying to people not getting a scam back then, being in Discord, trying to, I don't know, it takes a lot
if
of.
if I didn't train for months, like since January, I would look like lard. I'm pretty sure I look close to lard right now, but I would look disgusting if I didn't train for X amount of months. And it, and you don't look bad at all. So what was uh, the weight gain that you had previously? Was that attached to the depression you said you had?
Yes, it was about the medicines that I was taking, and also I had some medicines that I was taking besides the depression. Yes, that affected me really bad. Plus the depression, plus I don't know. I don't know. It was a combination of a lot of things and stress, and yeah. But what means benches?
When you lay down and you are
No,
yeah.
my arms are really weak. I have a lot of strength in my legs, but in my arms, no, I'm really weak.
I feel like that's I don't want to say yeah. I feel like it's normal. Like women tend to have stronger legs for whatever reason, and men are just usually skinnier down there. They just there's the phrase called chicken legs, or men just like their legs are like sticks and their upper body's like I have that. I have those. I don't have strong legs at all. But I do notice that a lot in boxing, where a lot of men think that the punches come like from up here, and they just try to like, but it's more like in like your feet to your hip to yeah. So it's really weird that I see that in the gym where women just naturally know how to punch better, and men are trying to. So obviously, when men get the hang of it, they can punch harder because they're just bigger. But yeah, women are just better at that.
Yeah, it's funny because the first time that I did kickboxing, I love to do kickboxing and CrossFit. And it was like, yeah, and I was with the trainer, and I was like, and we were like, what? Have you trained before? I'm like, no, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, is that when was that you used that to help you lose weight? Was the kickboxing, or was that beforehand you learned?
The CrossFit.
Oh, the CrossFit. Okay.
I went
So
to diet. I had my nutrition.
what got you to diet? What got you to lose the weight? Like, was it going off that medicine, or was it just you had like this kid just call you fat and just like, all right, that's it, never again? What did?
I think I don't like to feel bad with myself, and I struggle a lot with self-esteem. So if I struggle with that, then I have to do something. So it's not that hard with me. So I try to take care of me. To be honest, the last month I haven't been very disciplined. I haven't forgotten sometimes to eat because I'm too working or trying to do. So I just forgot. Like it's just about that I forgot. But I know that I'm going to go back again to the balance in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah.
So I think this means why are you not talking in Spanish with two something Latinas? Is that something?
Do you know what is he asking?
Yeah. It's like,
Okay.
why are we not speaking Spanish?
Because if you are Latino, but Randy doesn't speak Spanish, so
Yeah, I'm a failure. I was adopted very, very young when I was a baby, and the people that adopted me told the people that they were adopting me from, yeah, we'll teach them Spanish. They never taught me Spanish, so I know a very, very little bit. But where can other people go that's in this community to listen to Spanish-speaking veve stuff?
OMI homies have videos in Spanish. I think there is one guy called De Largo that he's trying to. Well, no, he's trying to. No, he's doing Spanish videos. I think I'm going to have on Saturday as Voices of Vivi in Spanish. I'm thinking about opening. I'm thinking. I'm not saying that I'm going to because it takes a lot of time opening a channel in Spanish for NFTs, but it takes a little bit of work. So I'm just thinking about that. But De Largo has Spanish content. And there are some others, but the one that I know is that one. Or in Discord, we have also the Spanish community in the Discord.
Yeah. No, I get you. So in the event that we are able to get that, how would you feel if suddenly your Spanish channel blows up and say you have 5,000 subscribers versus right now you have like 1,200? How would you feel about that? It's like, oh wow, I only put one month of work into this, and this is already 5,000. Would you just focus more on that and just give up the English channel, or would you do both still?
I will feel more responsibility, so I will try to have the balance that I need to. I want to respect the audience, so I will try to be more responsible, and maybe if I have the money to build a team that can help me to grow. Yes, I think so. I think in one point, one of my dreams, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I would like to have a team that I can help them and they can help me to grow.
Yeah, no, I would have a, what do you call it? I want to do that with Discord. People have been telling me to make a Discord. They're telling me to make a Discord for a while, for like a year with Earth 2 and now this. So if I were to do that, I would need somebody like you or somebody else to be like, hey, can you try have like a Spanish channel, have like a thing on there?
That would be great. That would be great. We need more Spanish content and Spanish and women creating content. That would be great.
Okay. So yeah, I think so too. I am just noticing. Okay, I got your message of the Ranma.
Ranma.
Yeah. So I will go take a look at that. Hopefully they have one in English, and I can.
I think they are in English.
Okay, great. Hey chat, how much OMI we get so far? That's the other thing. Are you going to buy more OMI, or are you going to buy more NFTs with the new money that you get?
I think when
From
I get,
YouTube.
I will get. I like more than NFTs. I have to say, but yeah, because when I trade, I try to get like if I had the money right now, I would buy OMI right now because the price is good. But
yeah, so low.
To go up, I prefer to wait the dip and buy them. But with the collectibles, it's easier for me to invest.
Yeah, same here. And we got Mark Anderson just subbing to Wendy's channel. The link to her channel is down below. God, hiccups.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
So
someone asked me, did Wendy make the veve likes herself?
Yeah,
No.
And then So Pacific responded. The team, Wendy is so vital to the community. They sent it to. They sent me one too, but I don't have a shelf to put it on. So at some point, I will build a shelf, or maybe I'll save it until I go down to Florida.
You have to, Randy, because I love my likes. I think those are. I don't know if they.
I love it. I look at it every day. I mean, it's not on a shelf or anything, but I do look at it every day. What's the other thing? I would say if like when you blow up big enough and suddenly like full-fledged YouTube star, what would you? I know you said you really like Europe. Would you move permanently to the US?
That's a hard question. If I have a really good salary that I can live well, because I don't want to go to struggle, because no, my mom already sacrificed a lot to bring me to Mexico. I don't want to pass that.
Yeah.
If I want to have a good salary where I can live well, probably I will. If I'm going to go to struggle, I prefer to be in Mexico and invest in a house in Mexico and live well here, and maybe go to the States sometimes because it still is close. Yeah, but besides that, I don't think I will if I don't live well. But to be honest, my dream is living in Europe.
Yeah.
Norway.
Which country in Europe? Is it Norway?
Norway. I know. No one is like, why? No, I have been in Norway before, and Norway is one of my, it's my favorite part of the world. So I love Norway.
Yeah, I served with a couple of Norway guys. They were at the base in Ali Al Salem when we were in Kuwait. They have really good coffee, and they're really tall.
I know, Randy, and you know me. I'm this size. Yeah, when I went to Norway, it was funny because everyone was so tall. Even the States people is tall. Man, in Norway was like, dude, how is life up there? Because it must be different.
I love that photo of you and Trevor recreating the Mickey and Walt. But show it when you have it.
Oh my
Thank you, Trillium. You are the best.
Shout out to Mike, because he actually was the one who asked us to take the picture. Mike, hold on. Where is it?
Get it, Jennifer Gardner. Buying OMI got $250,000 to go until she reaches her first million. Congrats to her.
My goal is to have half million on me.
Yes. That's like my favorite photo.
I know, it was so funny. It's very funny.
Oh, that's good. So who is somebody that did not come to Designer Con that you're hoping really comes to Level Up Expo in Vegas in February that we haven't met yet?
Johnny Dune. And
yes.
Johnny Dune, Kaki, and Gail. The two.
Yes. We need who do you think is going to be like our first like celebrity? You think it'll be like Dan Schwabel, Jeremiah Aoyang, Jeremy Pador says next year he's coming to Designer Con, but that's like a year away. So you think we can get him to something sooner?
Wendy Stibalis. I'm just kidding. Yes, I think Dan Schwabel. I will
he just joined. Yeah, he's like, was that timed?
Well, I just saw you,
Johnny Dunn. Welcome to the crossover episode. Welcome to that.
That was so awesome. Yeah, Johnny. Big shout out to Johnny, because I was tweeting today that he was the first one that streamed with me, even when I had just one view. So shout out to him, because even he encouraged me to keep doing content in the beginning. I know that now you, Randy, as well, and other OGs. But Johnny, Kaki, Girl, and even Orange in the beginning, they pushed me a lot. So shout out to them.
Yeah, I love the different types of the people that we get to meet on these streams. One of which I actually it's this guy called The Power of Ideas named Ian Waller. And like I was his first person that he got. He wants to interview everyone in the OMI veve community. Nice. And he types like this really long message of just like, hey Randy, I want to get to know everyone. You know, I have a YouTube channel already, but I want to make a new one just for veve, and I'm all in like you. And so he writes me this whole thing, and I was really busy at the time, so like, yeah, sure, message me. And he's like, oh my god, you said yes. I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, now that I got you, I can get this person. So he's really cool. He's actually coming on my live stream on Friday. Yeah, Friday. Tomorrow I have this girl Mary coming. She's a retail specialist. Like, she's been at Target for a while, so she knows which things would probably pair well with NFTs and which things like wouldn't. So I'm really curious to get her on. Who's the next person that you're going to have on your stream? Who are you excited for?
That I would like to, or that I had?
I guess yeah, the next person that you're gonna have that you're really excited to have on your stream.
Nah, I don't want to
You don't
name.
want to say.
No, I don't want to say it until I can confirm with that person, and I will bring them. But I will have, which I can say it, if for NFTs 101, I invited the Axie Queen of Axie Infinity. So she will be with me, I think it's December 10th. So I'm excited about that.
Oh, good. That'd be really fun. And I literally, I just mentioned the power of ideas, and just like Johnny Dunn, yeah. So it was.
Ah, that's cool.
This is really weird. Like that happened twice. The one with Johnny Dunn, one with Power of Ideas. I don't think that's. Should I try for a three-peat? Should I try for a third one? Oh, so yeah. So you roomed with Sparky at Designer Con, and I roomed with Taps. That was really fun. Who else would you like to room with at the next one? I'm really hoping to get like a Taps again, but then I don't know. I think it'd be really fun to room with like part of like the Akomi team, like Reese, to see what type of product he uses in his hair. I know he's lying when he says bar soap. I was like, there's no way, Reese. There's no way you use bar soap and hotel shampoo, and his hair is all like. But who are you excited to room with in the future?
I think Sparky is fine.
Yeah.
Sparky. I don't know if you saw one day. I just woke up and she put my face. I'm like, what the fuck?
The chicken. Yeah. What was that from? Was that from the night before?
I don't know. I think she had it the night before, and she had some chicken, and she just put in my face the chicken. It was
yeah. That was a good. I saw that on her Instagram. That was pretty fun. I wonder who the Taps was drinking a lot of. So I normally get like I'll get scotch and ginger, so it's like a whiskey ginger, so whiskey and ginger ale, and he gets Sprite and Sprite and whiskey, and I tried some of his and it was not that good. It was Taps, so he was drinking those like pretty hard.
Guys, you drink a lot. Like, I'm not gonna throw you under the bus, but you know that I don't drink, right? So I was like. Yeah. Seeing everyone drunk and a little bit not wild, but everyone was just happy and singing. It was so beautiful, and I was just sitting there looking at all of you guys. That was so fun.
That was a great time. Who's the biggest partier that you saw there? I thought it was Taps, but who did you see anyone that partied harder?
Reese, Alex. Well, in the sense of that they are just very friendly, very loving people, you know. You.
I like my drinks, man.
Traps Wellington, Wendy Stibalis.
Oh yeah, Traps. Well, I mean that dude is just muscle upon muscle, and he could just tank it. He could just like, nah, it's fine. That don't affect me. It was like, damn. I think that Saturday night I remember being like, the room was spinning and I'm in a chair and I was like, oh, this is my throne. And then someone's like, Randy, we're about to go. I was like, all right, let's go. Like, I needed that one extra second. Like,
but Randy, I expected more party, like in the sense of dancing, and you were just drinking. You guys need a little bit more of Latin party.
Well, if we were going to go to karaoke, someplace that had a dance floor, I'd be down. But there was no. We went to a bar that was supposed to have karaoke, but there was no karaoke.
That's my playlist, because you guys in America need to learn to dance and to party like in Latin America. I'm just saying that.
I'm glad there wasn't a poll. Yeah, I would have done it. I would have done it. I would have gone on. I would have done my tricks. Yeah, I would have kept my clothes on though, because even next time, like, it's winter now. I know I'm just gonna gain weight, so I'm trying to like really work out and make it like a lot of muscle. But next summer, maybe I'll go by the pool. There was a pool there this time. Did you go in the pool? Oh no, you were at a different one. You were at the different hotel.
No, I didn't have. Well, I didn't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, there was a pool there. I just didn't. I just didn't go in. I didn't have a suit. Taps was really nice. He offered me his suit, and then I was like I'm good. I just didn't want to go in. I just want to go in the water. I love hot tubs though.
You love what?
Hot tubs, like where it's like it's like a circle, but it's really heated, really hot. Like you sit in, it's a hot tub.
Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny Cash says, "Yeah, I had a blast."
Hi, thank you, Johnny Cash.
Yeah. So you said that you don't really drink. I only know of one time where you drank wine, and that was pretty fun.
I drink and I was screwed. Like I drink just one cup of my brother. Actually, last week he cooked for me the dinner for celebrate my graduation, and he doesn't drink, and he just put wine for me and for him to celebrate. And at the end, I drank mine and his.
I know. I remember.
Oh my god, that was
fun. That was funny. Do you partake in the 420, blaze it crowd?
I have never drunk any weed or anything like that. I never.
So I'm not gonna lie, I've tried tons of times, and that never worked. But the edibles, like the ones that it's like cooked into like a brownie or it's cooked into candy or something, those make me like lose my mind. I was like, oh, so I don't like the edible. So I'm not really a fan of that. But some other people love it. And I assume there's a bunch of people in the Akomi crew that like it as well. I just haven't.
Yeah.
It wasn't really that type of party. Nobody was really doing that, I don't think.
And even if they were, I wouldn't know because I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how to recognize when someone is, or is that my computer?
Yeah. I mean, you usually see it, but yeah, I don't guess. So what are you going to say when MTL comes out? Are you saving gems because you think that maybe the market might take a dip? Or do you think we're seeing the dip now, and when MTL comes out and people find out that nobody's really cashing out, or that the people that are cashing out, they already sold, do you think the price will go back up? Do you think it'll dip? What's on your mind?
I do think that the market is going to crash because it's going to tank because people will want to have money, so they will want to sell fast. But I do believe that at a certain time, a lot of new people will join us and sweep the floor.
Yeah. So I mean, what if we don't get Pokemon right away, I sold a lot of my, not a lot. I sold a decent amount of my collectibles and my sets, and I got a good amount of gems ready to go. Because again, it was for Pokemon, but now it's not for Pokemon because we don't know if we're getting that or not. So, what is something that you would sweep the floor of? Would it be secret rare comics? Would it be secret rare of these or commons? What's on your mind?
I would say common comics of Marvel #1.
Good
one. If the secret rares are in a good price, I will buy some of them and maybe to complete some of the season 1.
Okay, so that's pretty good advice. Well, not financial advice, but I'm going on the. So, I don't know how much to spend though. How much to spend on it? If they go and they say, "Hey, we're going to give you, OMI to NFT," let's say in like February, and we're already on exchanges, and let's say we're at like 5+ cents by that point, and I could just buy stuff with OMI. I might just complete some of the sets that I had sold originally, and just some sets that I'm missing a couple on now. Like I'm missing that ultra rare storm to complete that set. I have everything else with that. What's your next set that you want to complete?
The serial killers. Serial killers.
Yeah. Do you have which ones do you have?
I have. I need Count Colory. That's the only one that I'm missing.
Okay.
But I don't have the seasons 2 or season 3. I just have the first.
Okay, gotcha.
Besides that, and maybe no. Yes, I think yes, that one.
So, do you think that right now people are selling some of their stuff because they want more OMI or because they want to cash out, or it's a combination of both?
I think it's a combination of both. Especially, I will say that more because they want to cash out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But I think that will take time. I don't know why people is not patient. Like they want to just everything is like, dude, you're helping the world, so be patient. Until Vivi doesn't say we are going to start on the December X day, I won't FOMO into anything.
Yeah, and I'm not cashing out on at least my gems and all those NFTs on probably until 2023.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like once like again, I don't even if they offered it tomorrow, like at some point this month, and there's no even if there was no fee, I wouldn't cash out because that's a lot more taxes that you have to pay in April. So no way would I cash out this. I think that some people are going to be in for a little bit of a rude awakening where there's like, hey, I made this much money, and then they get hit with like a tax bill that's thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. But we got When Pokemon saying he's all in on veve.
Shout out to When Pokemon. I think he wants to open. YouTube wrote me that he wants to open a YouTube channel. So go ahead.
Do it. Yeah. I guess some people that Basilio, it's been a while. Some people that are traders that they can't be patient, but Taps has done this before too, where Taps he's a crypto trader, swing trader. You know, he sells up here, he buys down here, and he swing trades. But OMI like converted him. OMI is the one thing that he doesn't trade. I think other things he still does, but OMI he just buys and holds because he knows where it's going. So
yeah, I also have trade before, but I think it's way different with NFTs, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree with you, Mark.
Do you take payment in OMI? Like if someone were to pay you in OMI, would you send them stuff from your store?
I will try to do that, but the option right now is only with Ether, Bitcoin, I think Dogecoin. There is option with crypto, but with OMI, no. But I will have to see how to send to the person if they pay me in OMI.
Yeah, I mean, if they just send it to your wallet or whatever, and you get the transaction, then. Yeah. But that's so great that you're able to accept crypto already. That's really fun.
Yeah. Actually, I prefer to have only crypto, but well.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, do it.
Sorry, dog chick goes crazy. Hold on.
Elsa. What did inspire you to first start your YouTube when you didn't have one?
Actually, just talking about veve, I like when I talk actually with John. Hold on. She is a star, so she needs attention.
Baby Elsa.
She needs attention. So sorry, guys. So she's a little bit crazy. But what were you saying?
What first inspired you to get to put stuff on YouTube?
First, in the beginning, was just talking with the community about veve because I was passing by the first thread of being the escrow, so I was a little bit sad. So yes, I am. So I'm from Bogota. So I think that helps me to just connect, to distract a little bit of the Facebook thing. Yeah, that was in the first. Nice, Jennifer.
Yeah. They just announced the crypto and Earth 2, so it's been a really crazy couple of days. I did like long live stream last night about that as well. It's been really fun. I wonder if in the future, because I don't know if you listened to Reese talk with Foster and that stream where he said that he wanted OMI to take over Ethereum as the premier crypto to buy NFTs with. Is that something that you see as a possibility, or is that just like a big dream that'll probably never happen?
To take OMI for NFTs, you said?
For them to like kind of take over, because they want to be the #1 crypto to pay for other NFTs and not just veve NFTs. And I understand because Ethereum has such high gas fees to send and pay, where obviously OMI won't with Immutable X. So do you think that it's possible that at one point 10 years down the line that OMI could take over Ethereum?
Well, if they plan well and they execute well, I think the sky is the limit. So, and they have been very ahead of the game. So I think it's a possibility.
Yeah, I think so too. I think at some point, I mean, they're in like whatever number crypto they are right now. I honestly see them as going shooting past top 20, and maybe even being top 10 next year. Do you think that's possible, or am I just being like a moon boy and I'm like, Randy, that's too crazy?
I can say that you're a moon boy at all because I do know and I do understand why. But I would say that it will take a little bit more of time unless that the baby bear just go to the moon and a lot of people adapt. OMI, we have a lot of exchanges. Well, that's a possibility, but we have a lot of room to grow. We are really early, so like squid cats at exciting times.
Yeah. What are the major exchanges in Mexico? Like, what exchanges do you use?
I read the comment though. I use Binance.
Okay.
Binance, and for buying OMI, I use OKX.
Oh, okay. So, okay, EXWorks. Were you able to be one of those countries that you were able to qualify for like a free like 1,000 OMI or whatever?
Yeah, I did, and I won those.
Oh, how much was it?
It was
1,000 OMI?
it was like yes, like $25 or something like that.
Nice. That's cool they did that. That's really fun.
Uh-huh.
Mark Hunt says OMI top 10 easy. Yeah, that can't wait.
Yeah.
So I've said it before, and you probably know a little bit more than me because part of what you studied, what your degree is in, is about behavior and the brain. What do you think? How do you think money will change you when suddenly, in a few years, now you're worth several $100,000, or higher because of the price of OMI?
Like how that will change me, like Wendy.
Yeah.
I think one important thing with people that their life changes from the night to the morning is the background. And my family has always taught me that money doesn't have to change your heart. It just gives you more responsibility to help other people. So I will feel more responsible about what I have and use it in the wisest, in the more, how do you say, like wisely way? Like how do you
Be smart, intelligent about it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that there's a learning curve because after I got out of the military and I had like next to no money, and then half a year later I was making like good money. I did notice myself being a little more casual. Like I was no longer saying like, oh, okay, no, this costs. I was no longer like shopping to save money. I was shopping like as quick as possible, to get in and out of places. And then it was, it's really weird to be comfortable with how much money you have, and then you see yourself like not wasting, but yeah, you see yourself becoming a little more like frivolous. Like, oh, I know you don't drink, but like the alcohol friends used to drink was like very, oh, it's like a $30 bottle, and now it's like, oh, hey, here's a $150 bottle, and it just weird changes like that. Again, I know you don't drink, but that's again, it's a learning curve. So be advised that does happen. Your tastes get a little different.
I think thank you for even thinking that I'm going to get there, but I also try to have advisors close to me that have already money. So, because in the Bible says that in the amount of advisors, I think is the word, you will find wisdom. So I try to be careful. Like I go with my advisor to ask them, what do you think about this? When I have this amount of money, what should I do? And they always have told me, try to have your budget, try to think that you don't have the other rest of amount of money, and be wise, invest. I think, and this I have all my life. I always have had this feeling of investing. So I know that I want, even if I have 100,000 or 1 million, if that's one day possible, dollars, I will try to invest either way in houses or in real estate. But I don't. I'm not even go. I don't even go to shopping. Like all my clothes, I buy in discount, like or in second hand. Like
Yeah.
I try to not spend that much money in clothes. So I actually bought my clothes and that I use in the States in Walmart.
That's great.
I try to be careful with that. I prefer to invest in NFTs or crypto or what I do like and I do spend is more in things that give me to feel that I feel comfortable, like going to a coffee place to buy a coffee that I like, or to go to a restaurant, something like that. I prefer to do that.
Yeah. So yeah, it definitely opens more doors for you to, because you have the option of eating at the best restaurants, and sometimes it's fun, but I do think after a while, like you see yourself from like a third person point of view, and he's like, okay, like that's fine. I'm but like right now, like I clearly don't dress well. Like I don't buy these like amazing suits. I don't buy like these fancy clothes. I'm literally back from the gym in sweatpants and t-shirt. Like, granted that's at the gym, but this is like my normal clothing wear. Is that something that you're super into? Is that like, hey, like I can go shopping now and I can go and get a nice dress or a nice hat or new shoes, something like that? I know you said you buy houses for real estate investment, which is great. What would you spoil yourself with though?
I would spoil myself more into traveling. I want to travel around the world. Yes, sometimes I will go to buy some nice clothes, but I'm not into luxury brands. I don't really care, to be honest. I think I have one pair of Yeezys, but someone gave it to me for birthday, and but it was a close friend, so that's what I accepted. But besides that, I don't think I like good stuff.
Yeah.
No, doesn't mean that I'm going to go to buy a Givenchy. And my only Givenchy luxury brand is my NFT of Givenchy. That's the only thing, and because it cost me in the drop. But besides that, I'm not gonna spend in luxury brands because I prefer to invest that money. So that's my opinion.
Yeah.
I guess sometimes I go to spoil myself to buy. I don't know if I see something that I really like, I go. But I think the last time that I went to shopping, like real hard shopping, was like I think, well, hard no, that's not hard. Before Deacon to buy some clothes, but that was Walmart, so it doesn't count. No, I don't remember when was the last time. Yes, I don't remember. No, I don't remember. Nope. I prefer to travel, 100% to travel.
I think that it's very possible that, because you said you have almost 500,000 OMI, right?
I want to have 500,000 OMI. I don't have 500,000 OMI yet.
Okay. I think it's very possible that next year, even if we get to 50 cents, which, if somebody has 200,000 OMI, 50 cents would be $100,000. So I think,
I know.
yeah, I think that's possible next year. I think that's as the price goes up, what price are you going to cash out at? Or are you just going to be like, nope, I'm not cashing out until it hits $1, $2, $10, like Cavell Anderson? What do you have in mind?
Maybe if I will cash out if I can pay something for maybe a house in Mexico, or if I can have something like that. That this is the thing when I try to take the profits. Not talking about my debts, but if I have a goal, like okay, I'm going to take that profit to put in a house or to put in another crypto or something like that, I will take it. But besides that, no.
Okay. And what is the real estate market like in Mexico? Like how much for a 3-bedroom house, 1 bathroom or 1.5 bathroom?
For example, I was asking about apartments in Puerto Vallarta, and I found one in $20,000, around $25,000 for an apartment with pool in a small building. It was like that, I think. Maybe between $20,000 to $50,000. $50,000 will be, I don't know, yes, 50,000, 5,000, 50,000. Yes, like $50,000 for a really good house in Puerto. It depends where you are in Mexico.
Yeah, I get that. That's so in your area, you can buy a house for what, like 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom type of deal?
Yes, I think it was 2 bedroom or 3 bedroom. I don't want a big house. I want the minimalistic concept.
Same.
I don't need a big house for what? For Elsa and me, and Elsa is this side. So I don't need big space,
God, if I can get a house for 50,000, I'd do that. Maybe next year. I don't know. That's insane. That's again just, or I like this. So this apartment that I have is it's part of a bigger house. It's just like I just have a separate entrance and whatnot. But this house that has, I guess this apartment has 1 bedroom. Upstairs they have like another 2 bed. So it's like 3 bedrooms, and like 2 bathrooms minimum. It's like $440,000. It's 440,000. Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So this is why I would like never buy a house in like the States, because it's so much money to go and do that. I just like, but again, this is Long Island. It's New York, so
it's crazy. You have to buy in Puerto Vallarta. It's so easy to buy. But household population in Vallarta is Americans or Canadians or Europeans. And actually, when I went to California, it looks so like Puerto Vallarta. The will be my class in
yeah. Yeah. So maybe I'll do it on. Maybe I'll buy a house in like Florida at some point. But yes, I'm glad to see senior citizens want to invest more and they see something they like. Well, Miss Mom asked about OMI, which is great. And I think Renazee said where you'd like to retire. It'd probably be Norway, right?
Yes, I will retire in Norway.
Me, I don't know. I might. I mean, technically, I'm retired already, and I'm in New York. But I'm going to Florida at some point. I have this theory that when it's all said and done, in the next 10 years, where I have oodles of cash, after I have gotten build all the animal sanctuaries in the U.S. and bought all the land that I wanted to buy in Madagascar and Indonesia for animal conservation, that I would live there. I would just live in like a hut or something, and I would just be surrounded by animals all day and just chill. Now, granted, those are wild animals, so I'd have to put up fences. But that'd be awesome to be able to go in and just like, if I had like fruit-bearing trees and just see like an orangutan in my backyard just grabbing some fruit, like that would be so cool. Like there's a hotel down in Disney where like it's like there's a large sanctuary and you can see like giraffe and you can see other stuff. That would be so cool if it just have orangutans or marsupials in your backyard. That would be like my dream.
That's why is the difference. That is the difference, I mean, between just having money for just having money and to have money to have a purpose. So I admire that. That is so nice, Cici, of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I mean, that is the goal.
For 2022 and 2023, I will go half and a half. This year, I went more into NFT than OMI.
I will use some for those of you that haven't. I haven't said this yet, but if they haven't announced China yet, or if China isn't on board yet, and we do have OMI to NFT, and OMI's at 5 cents or more, and we're able to get Pokemon at that time, I will spend $100,000 from my OMI and buy Pokemon NFTs.
Nice.
So that is my plan. And if they do that, I will also lock up half my OMI for 1 year. So
nice.
Yeah. So that's what I would do. Puerto Vallarta, get paid in dollars, great business. Yeah, I guess I'd get paid in OMI. I would give people big discounts if they paid in OMI. Like in crypto, I'd be like, yeah, go.
I know. Salud.
Oh, that was a sneeze. That was so cute. That was so cute.
Let me open the door for her because I think you.
Yeah. Would you rather travel endlessly, have a vacation home, location of your dreams? I don't know. I also have this theory. Like, has anyone ever seen Spy Kids? So Spy Kids is something where like they go to like the secret safe house and they have like money in all these different currencies. Do you ever see Spy Kids? Your mic is off.
Can I eat in your street?
I'm sorry. Yeah. Go. Like no one. You can't eat on my street. No, I'm joking. So in Spy Kids, they have this like secret safe house where they have all these different currencies, like thousands of dollars in US and Royal British pounds, Australian dollars. I think that would be really like just such a boss move to have like a house in every continent that you could go to that's just stacked with money, that's just stacked with like, I think that would be cool.
I would buy a house in Colombia and in Mexico and Puerto Vallarta.
Okay.
Because it's cheaper. No eating.
Yeah, apparently we have to buy one in Portugal because in Portugal they don't have there's no taxes on crypto there. So.
Holy God, this is spicy.
Spicy Cheetos? Takis? Oh, all right. Gotcha.
Oh my God.
My mouth just watered looking at that. Like
my
legit
brother...
just watered.
That is like spicy.
So I guess some people are here from Long Island, which is cool. Bruno Falco, a small island he wants to buy.
I love these people. That is so nice of camera.
Yeah, that is nice. There's luxury RV travel. So there was this dude on, I think it was YouTube or TikTok, where he was a veteran. A veteran. I don't know if he was like Marines, Army, Air Force, or whatever, but he saved up a lot of money and he got this like giant RV. Like, you ever watch Wild Thornberrys?
The what?
You ever watch The Wild Thornberrys?
What is that?
It's about this girl that she gets the power to talk to animals, and her parents are like nature documentary people. So she like travels the world, and they have this thing called a convey, where like they live in it. It's a giant vehicle that they can travel with, but they live in it. So this guy did that. He took his dogs on like a 3-month road trip all across the US. And it was just so cool. They were in like a new city every day. They would go walk in the park. He would like feed them like normal. Yeah, it was fantastic.
My dream, even more than retiring a house.
Yes.
I don't see myself in a house. I'm like a bird, which means that I prefer to just being not in one just place, because my life has never been in just one place, not even one house, not even one school.
Yeah.
So I don't see myself. I just want to have a house because I know that is good as an investment, but I would prefer to invest my money into traveling, knowing people, eating awesome food from different countries. I would love to go to Italy. And I love Europe. I don't know why I'm in love with Europe. So
it's fun. I've gone there multiple times myself. It's great. It's one of my it's one of like my favorite places, and it kills me that I haven't been there just because of the pandemic. But yeah, it's one of my favorite places. Currently, I'm in Massapequa, and actually the 17th, 18th is actually my birthday weekend, and I won't be here, so I'm sorry about that. My birthday's in December 15th. My birthday. When's your birthday? I don't know if I ever asked.
Which one? Wait, which day?
December 15th. 15 de diciembre.
Mine is April 16th. I'm an Aries. I don't know.
Okay, so I am older than you by a few months. And what's your veve username? People, I guess they want to follow you.
It's Wen Lopez, but guys, let me show you something, because you have to know that I have many copycats, so you have to know which. So, but maybe if you find, I listed a Supergirl. Like for 9 million ohms, that one has my username. Is this one? No, I don't want. So I'm going to put the names of them.
Okay, so at when Lopez N.
But I have multiple. Oh, let me show you. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny, but before it was not that funny. So I have all of these copycats.
Oh.
And those are not all.
Wow.
But the one is the one with the lights. This one.
Yeah. So, I guess it would be if somebody wants to do a deal with it, like, yeah, definitely make sure that they message you first.
If you find my Supergirl, you will find my username.
Oh, that's good.
Follow me on the app. I think I have listed. Hold on, which one? Yes, this one. Supergirl. It doesn't show.
What number?
831.
831. Okay, copy. So I don't know if you remember last year where originally there's a beer called Corona, and the sales at first it went down a lot, but then after it became a meme, it shot up the sales. Do you think the same thing might happen to OMI? That right now it's but then in the future it'll become a meme and people will invest into it just because of that?
Well, it has happened in the past. What won't happen in the future?
Yeah.
Because it's about the new variant of COVID.
I just saw Ghostbusters. I don't know. Did you see the picture with I had the Stay Puft Man?
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah, so I was in Ghostbusters, or I was about to see it. So I was in the movie theater, and I blew up the giant Stay Puft Man. Did you see Ghostbusters? Are you a fan of those movies?
No, to be honest.
I loved it. It was so good. So Brendan Z, that is my new. Did you meet Brendan Z when you were down there?
Manda?
When you were in DesignerCon?
What?
Did you meet Brendan Z?
No, I couldn't.
So apparently he was there and he met a bunch of people, but he was only there for a little while. And I guess it was, I don't know what we were doing, but I know I had gone to the hotel to change.
I wanted to say something to Brendan Z, but he doesn't have any social media, so.
Brendan Z, no.
Brother, you lost it.
Yeah, rip. So Giovanni D is also buying in Portugal. All right, Portugal has my vote. There you go. That guy that I served with this guy. He's a really good friend. I lived with him for a while. Also, he's a homie. I actually stayed with him when I went to Colorado to do a Pokemon deal. So I could. He was a champion because when I sold this one Pokemon card to buy more OMI, I only got paid. It was the biggest card ever that I ever had. So only part of it was wire transfer. The other part of it was getting more Pokemon cards in a trade. And I didn't have another place. So what I didn't want to walk around with $150,000 worth of Pokemon cards. Oh. So I went to a Applebee's or a Chili's or something, and I just stayed there for 6 hours. And then Brian came to pick me up. And then I went to his house after that. So he was a champion there.
Oh, nice.
That was fun. Any places near you that is like, hey, this is a really nice area, or like, hey, don't go in this area after dark?
Yes, in Mexico City, you have to be careful where you are. For example, where I live, it's safe enough. But if I go maybe 2-3 blocks down, it's not that safe. So.
Oh, damn,
And the problem in Mexico is that for a woman, it's very dangerous to walk in the streets by herself, especially in the night. So, yeah, it's horrible.
I think the community will demand that you move somewhere safer.
I think the community don't understand my news that it's not that easy.
In the future. And then also just get a lot of guns. Just be strapped at all times.
We can have guns easily in Mexico.
Nobody has guns down there?
No. I'm against of guns, so.
Okay.
Prefer to learn to do the.
I understand. Crypto Johnny 6 asks, what other cryptocurrencies do you have outside of OMI?
I have Polkadot. I have no financial advisor. BNB, I have Ether, I have Bitcoin, of course. I have ENG, I have Illuvium, I have a bunch of others, but those are my strongest one.
So do you think that I just got Matt Hun just gave me this idea, and I think I've touched on it before. I think that there's a very real possibility that we're in a simulation, that we, like, this world, this universe is just computer code. And what is memories? I think memories might be considered like a blockchain, because like there's no, I guess you can see memories if they're in pictures, if they're whatever, but how do we know these things happen? And I think memories are just, history is just something like a human mind blockchain. Do you think that I'm just talking crazy, or do you think like, oh, maybe there's something to that?
Well, the human brain is so complex as the blockchain. So, well, of course, it's way more complex than the human brain, but it's not that wrong to say that. But the problem is how to recall all the memories that you have forgotten. So, but it's still there, but you can get them. So maybe those memories have been born. Do you know what I was thinking? Maybe in the future, when we have the metaverses, that you can just scan yourself and make your legacy in the blockchain, and you will be there forever, even if you die. You will be there.
So there's this one, I forget his name, some Russian billionaire, and he called it like the 2045 initiative, where he wants to eventually upload his consciousness into a computer. Is that something that if we are able to do that in the next 30 years, is that something that you would do? Or do you think that that is not real? Like that essentially you can't die. They can't, would you want to do that? Would you want to live forever? Or do you think?
No.
No?
For me, well, this is going to sound a little bit crazy. For me, it's even harder to live than to die. To die, just die. And we have two choices. Or there is nothing after life, and so you will never know. Or if there is something else, well, you find out, and that's it. But in this earth, no, I don't want to. Why do I want to live forever? No, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, why? That's my opinion.
I mean, I am more, maybe because I'm afraid, but I think that, yeah, if there is something after life, if there really is life after death, it could be a couple of things. Like it might not always be good. Like you could have like a vicious jury, like a merciless executioner, someone that just, like, how are you going to like defend all of the actions you've done, pay for your misdeeds? Like, let's say everything is like a religious thing and you just don't repent and you can't get in heaven if you don't repent, like that type of deal. And maybe the afterlife isn't really that good. Or on the opposite end, maybe that your friends and your family welcome you like unconditionally for like the hell you've already endured. But that is a big gamble, in my opinion, to try, like, or there's just nothing at all, and then you just, life ends.
Yeah. But how do we know that? Like, I think the most important is just giving a meaning right now to the life that we have now. For me, it's even harder to find a way a reason to live every day than just, I'm not afraid to die. If I die, well, I died, and that's it. I will like the memories of my family, of my friends, of the people that I help. And that is more important for me than to just live forever. I think, in my opinion, I'm not saying that if someone thinks like that is bad. Wendy is saying that try to live forever is a little bit selfish. Because for what? I think it's more important to have a legacy in the hearts of people. So I'm not. And if I die, like you just said, we have two options. Either way, there is nothing out there. Well, you never know. So you just died and that's it. Or maybe there is the aftermath and there is something, is God. And I don't think God is that punisher that people think is. So I don't know. I have to find a reason to live right now, because after is just a gamble, like you said.
So there is and I completely understand. Like, I think Einstein was supposed to have like some surgery that would help him live a little longer. and then he said he didn't want to artificially extend life. He thought that was in poor taste. And even when you have in Avengers Age of Ultron, Vision was talking about humanity, saying that a thing isn't beautiful because it lasts. And I was like, oh, that's so good. But at the same time, if you have somebody that is, let's say, really good, has a really good heart and is smart, and they can tell which way the wind is blowing and can warn people about things and can guide people, I think that person might have a responsibility to stick around as long as they can, so that they could help, so that they could just help drive humanity forward. I mean, maybe I'm just saying that so I can justify myself living forever, because I am scared to die. Like,
it's valid point of view. Like, yours is valid, mine is valid, someone else is valid. So for me, it's the opposite. For me, I prefer to know why to live right now, and when I die, well, that's it, and that's fine. But if you find yours is different, that's fine. Sorry, guys, this is good.
Yeah, I bet. Everyone's like, F. Pay respects in the chat. Who we pay respects in the chat? What, I forget.
What do you mean by pay respects in the chat? What does
Oh,
it mean?
so there's a video game that's like, oh, everyone, or there's like a meme, like everyone comment F down below to pay respects, like, to my wallet if I spent too much money. But I'm not sure why everyone's commenting F right now. I forget why. I get 69 viewers. Is nice. Yeah. Oh, okay. So people were talking about how I'm like 10 minutes, it's 7 minutes behind on here, where you said 2 to 3 blocks away that things get a little dicey at night. So people are just like,
Wendy Croft, what means Croft? Ah, like Lara Croft.
Like Lara Croft, like Wendy, stay strapped, and all that.
What is that?
Wendy Strong. I do love Keanu Reeves.
Oh, he's a nice person.
Oh, I love him. He's great.
I have seen. Looks like.
What celebrity are you most excited to get in? Like, do you want like Keanu Reeves, like a Nicolas Cage? Like,
I only want to meet Chris Evans. That's the only one.
Which one?
Chris Evans, Captain America. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love him.
I'm in love with that man.
Dude, same. Donation is Randy's hair. I don't sell my homie.
Facts.
Yeah. Have you been to Cancun? What are your thoughts on that?
I have never been in Cancun, but I want to go.
Oh, okay. I would definitely do that. So I don't know. I assume there's other smaller bands that have done this, but I guess Kings of Leon will have their first, be the first band to release an album on NFT. I know Non-Fungible Wonderful's working on that. I really hope that he has like a limited edition of like 100 of them where we can get it, and then he releases like an unlimited version on the blockchain. But I really hope that he has like a first appearance Non-Fungible Wonderful thing.
That would be
yeah, that'd be great. Great. Would you get Neuralink? You know what that is?
No, to be honest, no.
You don't know what it is, or you wouldn't get it?
No, I know what it is, but no, I wouldn't.
What's your main concern with it?
What I said before is different to have artificial conscience and artificial knowledge that develop as a human by having experience in life. I don't know how to say it, but like, yeah, it's like more like I'm more into the natural stuff in that sense. But I'm not against it because I love technology. So, but in myself, I don't think I will do that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad to see that everyone here is excited about Kings of Leon and everything. Steve Rogers and Kanye West. That's the only NFT that profile has. Oh, that's interesting.
I have Matt HUNJ. Yeah. Are you on Facebook? Are you the same Matt that I used to trade with? I'm not so sure because that name sounds familiar. Yeah, but that name sounds familiar, but I'm not so sure if he is.
Okay. Well, this has been good. We've been going for about 2.5 hours. Do you have any final thoughts or final questions?
I know, just be patient, guys. Be patient.
Okay.
Be awesome. Be nice to each other, and that's it.
Yeah, same. Wendy, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for everyone coming and joining us. Always great conversations. Always good times. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Enjoy, guys. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. We love you.
Bye.
Ow. Ow.